From Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on a two-day visit to Malaysia has arrived in Kuala Lumpur. Those are visuals of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's arrival in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and historic visuals. Prime Minister, it's the third visit for Prime Minister to Malaysia, and in a very special gesture, Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim of Malaysia has received Prime Minister in person at the airport. Those visuals of cultural celebration and welcome for Prime Minister Narendra Modi with an aim to boost comprehensive strategic partnership between India and Malaysia. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is on a two-day visit to Malaysia, and a short while ago Prime Minister landed in Kuala Lumpur. Those are visuals of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's arrival in Malaysia, and in a very special gesture, Prime Minister of Malaysia Anwar Ibrahim in person received Prime Minister Narendra Modi. A red carpet has been laid out for Prime Minister Modi, and the delegations welcoming Prime Minister Narendra Modi there. There are also visuals of special cultural celebrations making the welcome all the more special. School students with flags of India and Malaysia welcoming Prime Minister. Those visuals came in just a short while ago from Kuala Lumpur, that's the capital of Malaysia. During the visit, Prime Minister will hold bilateral discussions with his Malaysian counterpart, Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim. Prime Minister is also scheduled to engage with the Indian diaspora and engage with business communities. The visuals, the two leaders, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim of Malaysia, welcoming Prime Minister Narendra Modi in person was Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim of Malaysia. Those visuals came in from Kuala Lumpur. A colourful and energetic welcome for Prime Minister Modi. Youngsters, delegations lined up to welcome Prime Minister Narendra Modi. A red carpet was rolled out for Prime Minister as he arrived in Kuala Lumpur. Prime Minister Modi is on a two-day visit to Malaysia from 7th to 8th of February at the invitation of Prime Minister of Malaysia, Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim. And in a very special gesture, Prime Minister of Malaysia, Anwar Ibrahim, welcomed Prime Minister in person at the airport as his flight landed in Kuala Lumpur. Those visuals of Prime Minister Modi alongside Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim. The Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim was present at the airport to welcome Prime Minister Narendra Modi in person as his flight arrived in Kuala Lumpur. Those visuals came in a short while ago. A historic visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. The two countries share long-standing bonds of friendship, represented by the two leaders on the frame, Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Ibrahim. In a special gesture, Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim of Malaysia was present in person to receive Prime Minister Narendra Modi as he arrived in Kuala Lumpur on a two-day visit. The two countries share long-standing bonds of friendship based on historical, civilizational and cultural connection. The relationship is further strengthened by the presence of nearly 3 million strong Indian diaspora in Malaysia. It's the third largest Indian diaspora in the world. And there, Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim of Malaysia present at the airport and welcoming Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Earlier in the departure statement, Prime Minister Modi referred to his Malaysian counterpart, PM Anwar Ibrahim, as his friend, and he spoke about the historic ties between India and Malaysia. He said he looks forward to holding talks with PM Anwar Ibrahim and enhancing the comprehensive strategic partnership between the two countries. The leaders will also seek to deepen cooperation in defense and security, economic and innovation partnership, and also collaboration in newer domains. And there, a warm hug and welcome for Prime Minister Narendra Modi from his Malaysian counterpart, Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim. A friendly and relaxed body language of the two leaders. A warm welcome accorded to Prime Minister Modi. The two leaders hugged as Prime Minister Modi landed in Kuala Lumpur, and Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, in very special gesture, present in person at the airport to welcome the Indian Prime Minister. Those visuals are coming in from Kuala Lumpur, capital of Malaysia. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is on an official visit to Malaysia, a two-day visit. The focus is on a gamut of areas. DD India correspondent Meghna Dev is covering Prime Minister's visit to Malaysia, is present in Kuala Lumpur. Meghna, there, first very special gesture there by Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, who was present in person at the airport to welcome Prime Minister Modi. Meghna.
Yes, and definitely this we can call as a very important visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Malaysia, and the kind of gesture that we saw Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim extended to Prime Minister Narendra Modi by welcoming him at the airport, by receiving him at the airport, speaks volumes of how much importance Malaysia gives to to India. And also when we are talking about so much on the agenda in 2 days, today and tomorrow, first we are here at this community event where Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be arriving very shortly. Prime Minister in his departure statement also said that it is a very vibrant diaspora, the Indian diaspora, about 3 million people actually are awaiting Prime Minister Narendra Modi's arrival here, and there is this Salamat Datang Modi Ji event that the diaspora has organized to welcome Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Malaysia. And we can see, we are here at this event center, and we can see people from the Indian diaspora are walking in like swarms of bees, and there's a huge crowd just to catch a glimpse of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, just to hear him speak. And obviously, besides that, there are performances, dance, music, and everything that depicts Indian culture, which, the roots of which, the diaspora, which is the living bridge of this connection between Malaysia and India, definitely will be on showcase here.
Right, Meghna, as you speak, we are playing the visuals of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's arrival at Kuala Lumpur Airport, being warmly welcomed with a hug by Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim of Malaysia, and then there were these moments of delegation level welcomes. Also cultural performances had been put up by school students and other performers for Prime Minister Modi. You are at the Diaspora program. People to people connect lies at the heart of the ties between India and Malaysia. Meghna, give us a sense in the manner in which they're acting as a living bridge, as Prime Minister calls them, between the two countries, the domains where they work, and what they do to make this relationship special and strong.
Definitely, this is a huge diaspora that we are talking about. When we actually see that this diaspora is about 3 million people of Indian origins and NRIs combined, actually contribute a lot to Malaysian economy. And what we also see is that most of these people are in service sectors, as workers, as teachers. Also, we are seeing many people here are IT professionals, software engineers. A number of engineers are working here. And also, besides that, there are many students also who are studying here. Indian students who prefer Malaysia as their destination for education also. So we definitely see that this diaspora has ensured that there is this cultural linkage between India and Malaysia. We see thousands of temples in Malaysia, so many gurudwaras in Malaysia, and that is how the Indian community has kept Indianness alive inside them, despite being in Malaysia for generations.
Right.
And here at this community event, we will be able to actually witness that when so many classical dance forms will be performed all in sync, and actually trace, people who are dancing, the performers, the artists, are actually tracing their roots back to India. They're actually trying to explain that there is, despite being here since generations, there is this Indianness that still lives in them. And not only this, there are many Indians here who are doing businesses in India, tapping into India's potential, economic potential, huge market. So there are many people who are doing businesses. Besides that, most important factor is the tourism. About, we recently saw the numbers, 1.4 million tourists from India came to Malaysia, chose Malaysia as their holiday destination. actually speaks volumes of the kind of accessibility, welcomeness, as well as cultural richness that Malaysia provides, making it an ideal tourist destination for people who want a budget travel, for people who want, travel to see biodiversity, to see beautiful beaches, to see culture. This is also one of the reasons people choose Malaysia.
Right, Meghna.
Also, the
Meghna, let's
visa
stay
is
with the visuals that we also have at the moment. A very special and warm welcome accorded to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, breaking the protocol, being present at the airport in person to receive Prime Minister. We saw visuals of that very warm hug, smiles exchange, handshakes, and then together he took Prime Minister Modi to the different points of welcome at the airport. What will these two leaders seek to achieve in these two-day visit of Prime Minister Modi? Prime Minister also referred to his Malaysian counterpart as a friend in his departure statement. All right, those are visuals of Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Kuala Lumpur. Prime Minister has arrived in Malaysia on a two-day visit to the country to take forward the comprehensive strategic partnership. And he was accorded a warm welcome in the most special gesture. Prime Minister of Malaysia, Anwar Ibrahim, was present in person at the airport to receive Prime Minister Narendra Modi, even as school students waved flags of India and Malaysia, followed by a very warm hug and smiles and handshake between the two leaders, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim of Malaysia. Flags of India and Malaysia flying high. The Prime Minister exchanged greetings with the delegations who had come to welcome him at the airport. There were some glimpses of cultural performances. A lot of young students gathered with waving flags of India and Malaysia. The two countries share a warm and strong and age-old partnership and relationship. It's multifaceted and growing. And the visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi is also seen as an opportunity to take forward ties in diverse domains. Those visuals of Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Malaysia. Prime Minister is on a two-day visit to Southeast Asian country. He landed in Kuala Lumpur just a short while ago. Those are glimpses of a very special welcome, red carpet a welcome extended to Prime Minister Narendra Modi upon his arrival in Kuala Lumpur. He was received in person by Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim. And Prime Minister is going to be in Malaysia for the next couple of days, today and tomorrow, taking forward relationship in diverse domains. Focus is going to be on the comprehensive strategic partnership between India and Malaysia, the partnership that was announced in 2024, and now diverse domains are open to take forward the partnership between India and Malaysia. And those updates coming in from Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia.